Good evening. We're going to call to order the May 13th, 2025 meeting of the Milford Zoning Board of Appeals. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. My name is Carmina Hirsch. I'll be substituting this evening for Chairwoman Sarah Ferrante, who is excused. Also excused this evening is Mr. Montano. And Meg, will you do the roll call, please?
Mr. Dubois.
Here.
Mr. Enig.
Here.
Mr. King is delayed. Mr. Soda.
Here.
Mr. Wolf.
Here.
And Chairwoman Hirsch.
Here. Thank you. Also with us and present this evening are Stephen Harris, our Zoning Enforcement Officer, and Meg Green, our Recording Secretary. Commissioner substitutions will be myself sitting for Sarah Ferrante, and Jeff Einig will be sitting in for Mr. Gary Montano. We also will have Mr. Bill Soda reading for us as Secretary this evening until Andy will join us in just a few moments. If there are any last-minute changes to the agenda, and until Andy joins us, Gary Dubois will be voting, and then that will switch over. If there are any last-minute changes to the agenda, please let us know. Otherwise, we'll start with Mr. Soda, item 1. Oh, and for those of you who are not aware, items 1, 3, and 4, that's 354 North Street, 171 3rd Avenue, and 47 North Street are off of this evening's agenda. 171 3rd Avenue has been continued to June.
Madam Chair, 354 North Street has been withdrawn.
And apologies, 354 North Street has been withdrawn, as has 47 North Street, correct?
Correct.
Thank you.
Good evening. 354 North Street. Oh, we're skipping? Okay. Excuse me. 331 Gulf View Court, MBP 37/588/5E, R-12.5, Kevin Crusaden, Esquire, for Peter and Amanda Causalino, owners. Vary section 3.1.4.1, rear yard setback to 22, where 25 is required. Front yard setback to 28, where 30 is required. 4.1.4, front yard projection to 25.9, where 26 permitted, all for additions to an existing single-family dwelling. Survey by P. Stowell, April 4th, 23rd, 2025.
Just a moment, Attorney Crusaden, I think we need to connect.
Thank you, AV attorney.
All right, thanks, Tom. I'll pay you later. For the record, Madam Chair, members of the board, my name is Kevin Crusaden. My office is at 3 Lafayette Street here in Milford. With me this evening are the owners and applicants and my clients, Amanda and Pete Causalino, and also is Joe Russo from JMR Design, the designer of the project. We're asking for 3 variances. They're listed in the agenda, and they're relatively minor in nature. This lot was created as lot number 8 on map H 872 in 1956. It's very uniquely shaped. It's shaped like a pizza slice. You can see it there. I've included in the memo, or with the memo that I filed with you, some exhibits, including the assessor's map that shows a more zoomed out view of this. This lot is at the end, or almost at the end, of a cul-de-sac, and not only does it have a curvature in the front yard, but it also has a reverse curvature. It's almost like an S shape at the very beginning of the lot as you go down the street on the right-hand side and come upon the property. What's being proposed is a second-story addition and expansion of the existing house and footprint. The house was also built in 1956, shortly after the subdivision map was approved. When the lot was originally created, it was the A residence zone, and the required front yard setback back then was 50 feet. The house was built about 30 feet from the edge of the street line. The lot became the current zone in sometime around 1972, 1973, when the zone map was changed. The front yard, as I mentioned, consists of an arc with a reverse curvature as well. It's about 132 feet long, that front yard. The northerly portion of the lot, which is heading northwesterly portion, is towards Gulf Pond, and that sits in the FEMA SFHA AE 12 zone. You can see the line. We're not encroaching on that line. It's the dashed line that goes across the property there, almost not really splitting the property in half, but taking the left third of the property, or the northwesterly third of the property. So there's no option to really slide over. It wouldn't be wise to build in the flood zone. As I mentioned, the lot's oddly shaped. It's narrowing in a northerly direction toward Gulf Pond to a less than 90-degree angle. You can see the triangle at the end of it. The board is aware of the standard for granting a variance, but I include that information in the memo as well. And I'll just mention this application meets the standard because it's a legal pre-existing lot with a house that was originally non-conforming as to the front yard setback, at least from research of the lot and the zoning regulations in effect at the time. The existing single-family use with the proposed second-story addition and expanded footprint in this is a single-family zone. The comprehensive plan allows single-family homes of this size and scope with the attached garages, and otherwise the house is zoning compliant, as well as the proposed addition. Many properties located in the R12-5 zone consist of two-story single-family homes with garages. The main hardship here is the unique shape of the lot and the location of the existing structure on site, as well as the flood zone prohibiting any relocation of a structure, that would be able to be built further away from the setbacks. One of the setbacks is very minor. It's the front yard projection setback. It's an inch or less, actually. So, based on the existing lot shape, the topography, which really means the elevation being in a flood zone, or at least part of the lot being in a flood zone, we believe that the variances, there is a legal hardship that runs with the land, and the variances that are requested are the minimal necessary in order to make this addition. I've included, just for the record, the deed has the legal description, a GIS map that shows the lot in relation to other lots in the neighborhood, the city assessor's card that has the age of the structure, and also the zoning regulations table from 1956, from when the structure was originally built. I will point out too that the Cozzolinos have received continuous letters of support. I think we're up to 5. We just got another one in tonight. I'll email it but the one we just got in you don't have a copy of yet is from the Fosses at 12 Gulfview, who are in support of it. But I have a letter from Doron Munzer at 32 Gulfview, Stephen Jagoda, 26 Kenmore Lane, which is the street behind, John and Joan Bucknall, 35 Gulfview Court, and then the owners of 21 Gulfview Court, Lauren and Eugene Pisacane, have all expressed support for this application. So pending your questions, that completes my presentation.
Thank you, Attorney Kersadian. Any questions from the commissioners?
Good evening, Attorney Kersadian. How are you?
Good evening.
Got 3 variances, and one is on the front to the proposed 2-story addition. I believe that's the one that's 28 foot from the front.
Correct.
Now, how much does that, the addition, poke out from the other line of the house? Do you understand what I'm saying?
From the existing front wall of the house or front foundation?
Yeah, where the porch is. It seems like it's maybe, is it like another 2 foot?
It's about 2 feet, correct.
Could we eliminate one of these variances by evening that addition up with that wall?
I asked the designer here tonight to talk about that because I'm not sure what the unintended consequences to the design would be.
I'd like,
So
I'd like to hear what that, what the reasoning is. That'd be great.
He's here to answer. He'll be able to answer that question.
Okay.
Good evening, Board. Joe Rousseau, JMR Design Consultants, 215 Research Drive. So, I'm not sure, do you have the renderings of the structure as well besides the site plan, the floor plans? Maybe you can share the renderings? The conceptual renderings. The conceptual 3D renderings. We were working on some symmetry as well as the size of the family room itself. Kevin mentioned a numerous number of things, and one of the hardships was the depth of the allowable buildable area due to the front yard setback, the rear yard setback, and the size of the lot itself. So in doing so, you see the 3D renderings. Aesthetically, we're kind of keeping in tune with the right-hand side, the garage that's bumping out, that is conforming. The left-hand side, which is the family room, conforms at the same distance. So there is some symmetry to that, which is aesthetically pleasing, but also giving the family room the amount of space that the clients were looking for in that family room, not going too far deep to the rear yard, but not going too far to the front. So there was kind of a hybrid of a little back, a little forward.
Excellent, Mr. Rousseau. Thank you.
Yep. Any other questions I can answer while I'm up here?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Attorney Kersadian, did you want to add any comments after Mr. Rousseau's?
No, not at this
report?
time. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other persons in favor of this application? Anyone opposed to this application? Any final questions from the board? Then this hearing is closed. Thank you. Is there a motion?
31 Gulfview, I move to approve the request to vary section 3.1.4.1, rear yard setback to 22 feet where 25 feet required, front yard setback to 28 feet where 30 required, 4.1.4, front yard projection to 25.9 feet where 26 permitted, all for additions to an existing single-family dwelling, surveyed by P. Stowell, 4/23/25.
Second.
Discussion?
Designer did a beautiful job on it. If there's ever a lot that needs variances, this is the lot. I don't have a problem with this. They're very minor in nature.
I agree with that. The odd-shaped lot, also the bump out with the cul-de-sac at the end of the street makes things difficult. I'm with this motion.
I'm good.
Let's move to a vote. Mr. Wolf?
For the motion.
Mr. Soda?
With the motion.
Mr. King?
With the motion?
Mr. Einig?
With the motion.
And I'm with the motion. The motion passes. Thank you. Mr. King, the next agenda item, beginning 6 Lawrence Court.
6 Lawrence Court, MBP 28/581/10, R5 zone, Samuel Lehman and Robert Yvonne owners, vary section 4.1.1.3 accessory structure height from 15 feet permitted to 21 proposed. Section 6.3.2, expansion of non-conforming structure to construct a second floor to a garage. Survey by R. Wasmer, date January 25th, 2023.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board. Just for the record, my name is Thomas Lynch. I'm an attorney with the law firm Lynch, Trimbicki & Boynton, and my office is located here in Milford at 63 Cherry Street. And I'm here with my clients, Sam Lehman and Robert Ivan. Rob and Sam are the owners of the property at 6 Lawrence Court. They purchased it back in 2012 and have enjoyed very much living in the Bayview area of Milford for the last 13 years. With work schedules being the way that they are, the proposal before you tonight is to add a second level with a shed roof style on to the existing detached garage, which is an accessory structure on the site. The proposal is going to raise the midpoint measurement of the roof line so that it would be 21 feet, and under our zoning regulations, the accessory structure height limitation is 15 feet. So it's a 6-foot deviation from what is allowed. And as well, this second variance, the standard section 632 variance request, because of the fact that the structure as it currently sits is non-conforming, this would be an expansion of a non-conforming structure. So again, a little bit of background. As I said, the property is located on the direct shorefront in the Bayview section of Milford. Currently on site is a 1,009 square foot residence with 3 bedrooms that was constructed probably in the 30s or 40s. That area of Bayview, whether you're going along Field Court or Lawrence Court, very, very small, narrow lots, and consistent with many of the homes, they have shorefront cottage-style homes and detached garages. So that's what's on site here. The lot itself, it's located in zone classification R5. 5,000 square feet is the minimum required lot in that zone. This was a legal non-conforming lot that was on a 1923 subdivision of Bayview. It's some 3,297 square feet in area, but it's a very narrow lot. It's 30 feet by 128 feet. So the current lot coverage that's on site is non-conforming. In the zone, 65% is the maximum. The lot coverage as it currently exists is 75%. But the feature here is that there's not going to be any expansion of the footprint of the garage. There's just going to be a second level that would accommodate a home office. And the location of the garage in its proximity to Lawrence Court itself and the other homes in the area visually lend itself to not be some addition that's going to block anybody's view of the water. Rob and Sam have gone through the neighborhood, shown the plans, and discussed with all of their neighbors. None of the neighbors have any opposition to this, and in fact, over the weekend, I clicked forward on the emails that I received from neighbors and sent them to Meg so they could be made part of your file. There's a letter in support of this from the folks who own the property at 14 Lawrence Court, the Nagy family. It's actually a family trust. The folks who live on the left side of the property, Carmen and Doreen Battinelli, they sent a letter of support. The An email was received from Joe Gelb, who's at 28 Lawrence Avenue, David Gray and Sherry McCormick at 18 Lawrence Court sent an email saying that they're in strong support of this. They feel the second story will be a cohesive addition to the neighborhood. And then lastly, Colleen Morrison, owner of the property, 35 Lawrence Avenue, said that she's a friend and neighbor of Sam, who owns 6 Lawrence Court. We've discussed the variance, and I fully support them with any renovation or addition that they would like to add to their property. So, again, I stress that it's a narrow lot. There's no other area where any addition to the house could be made to accommodate a home office, and I feel that this is a reasonable request in light of the location of the other structures in close proximity to 6 Lawrence. So that's our presentation to you. If you have any questions for me, happy to answer. Wayne Garrick, who was the architect who designed the plans that you see up on the screen, is here as well if there's any questions relative to the structure itself. Thanks.
Mr. Wolf, did you have a question?
I'm good.
Oh, your light is on. Go ahead, Mr. Soto.
Attorney Lynch, it looks very industrial.
Pardon me?
The garage looks very industrial. It doesn't seem like it would fit into a residential neighborhood.
Well, actually, it matches the roof line of the existing house. The existing
Do you have
house
pictures
was,
of the existing house?
yeah, the existing house was designed by Jesse Hamlin, who was an
Do you have pictures of that with you?
they are on, no, they are on Vision Appraisal, but I don't have them with me.
And the neighbors, oh, show them that, is that it?
No, that's not it.
No.
6 Lawrence Court, if you go on Vision Appraisal.
And the neighbors saw the plans and they approved these plans?
Yes. And Bill, as
Madam Chair, independent, real-time research is not permitted because it's not part of the submission.
Gotcha.
Thank you, Mr. Harris.
I was starting to say that, do you remember Jesse Hamlin?
Yeah.
Right, so he designed the original house and it had this modernistic looking sloped roof line, and this sort of matches that same roof line.
Okay. I mean, to me, it looks industrial, you know what I mean?
I
It wouldn't be something I'd want in my neighborhood, but
All right.
if the neighbors are okay with it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Soto and Attorney Lynch. It does look like I count at least 5, and I'm just going quickly with my cursor, letters in support. I don't see any letters in opposition that were submitted to Ms. Green, but we haven't yet gotten to the public comment portion this evening. Any other questions for Attorney Lynch?
Yes.
Go ahead, Mr. King.
Good evening, Attorney Lynch. How are you?
Hi, Andy.
You said that they spoke with all the neighbors. Did they speak to 49 Lawrence Avenue?
Is that
Across the
street
way.
now?
It's the house across the way.
Who's at 49? Yeah, Craig. Oh, is he one of the letters?
Yeah, Craig Rizicki.
Rob, you can address the board. Just put your name and address on the record.
Hi, my name is Robert Tanis Yvonne, 6 Lawrence Court, Milford, Connecticut.
And Mr. King wanted to know if you spoke to the
Yes,
person at 49.
almost ad nauseum. Craig and I are buddies for all the time that he's lived there, and my designs are open forum for discussion with everyone, more because yeah,
And he was in favor of your project?
yeah, full support. Thanks.
Thank you. Any other questions? Go ahead, Mr.
Tom,
Wolf.
just to confirm, aesthetics on the new addition, siding, windows are matching?
Yeah, it'll be clapboard. Is the house vinyl or is it? Let Wayne Garrick, our architect, address that.
Hi, Wayne.
Go ahead.
Good evening. My name's Wayne Garrick. I'm an architect. My office is at 291 Whitney Avenue in New Haven. The siding for the proposed project is actually board and batten vertical siding. It's wood siding, or it will be composite siding, will not be vinyl siding. The roof shingles match the existing, the windows will match existing. As Attorney Lynch has already pointed out, the shape or the form of the structure is virtually echoes the shape of the existing building, the existing house there. So you sort of have this one sort of shed-shaped structure along the water, and then there's a space, and then there's this other shed-shaped structure to the back. I would also like to point out that, as Attorney Lynch did, that this is just a projection vertically of the existing footprint. We're not increasing the size of the footprint, and that it's all designed according to V-zone standards. So it's not just a second story on top of the existing garage, but if you look at the plans in detail, you'll see piers at each corner, and the superstructure of this studio above, or home office, is actually designed. Obviously, it has to be according to V-zone standards. So that's all been taken into consideration. But the materials are meant to be very soft and consistent with the existing residents that are there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you, Attorney Lynch.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else speaking in favor of this application? Anyone else speaking in favor? Anyone speaking in opposition to this application? Anyone speaking in opposition? Any further questions from the board? This hearing is closed. Thank you. Can I have a motion, Mr. Soto?
Yes, you can. 6 Lawrence Court, I move to approve. The request to vary section 4.1.1.3, accessory structure height from 15 feet permitted to 21 feet proposed. Section 6.3.2, expansion of non-conforming structure to construct second floor to garage. Survey by R. Wassermere, 1/25/2023.
Second.
Discussion?
Well, first looked, it looked like an industrial building, but then when Tom said that Jesse Hamlin designed it, he had the office on Cherry Street next to the car wash, and kind of remember before they remodeled it, it kind of had that kind of look to it.
It had the same look.
Same look, yeah, so, so I'm in favor of it. I don't have a problem.
Thank you, Mr. Soto. Any other thoughts? Okay, let's move to a vote. Mr. Wolf?
For the motion.
Mr. Soto?
With the motion.
Mr. King?
With the motion?
Mr. Einig?
With the motion.
And I'm with the motion. The motion passes. Thank you. Next agenda item, Mr. King.
56 Alden Place, MBP 34/267/36, R7.5 zone. Lisa DeLillo, owner, varies section 4.1.4, front yard projection to 9.2, where 16 permitted for new front stairs. Survey by R. Plain, revised 03/24/2025.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lisa Bull-DeLulo. I'm the owner of 56 Alden Place. I'd like to thank you for your time tonight, first of all. I purchased the home in December of last year, so I've owned it for about 5 months. It's a 1946-ish cape, and when I purchased it, in the front, there is a 4-foot enclosed entryway that incurs already into the front setback. There's a storm door there. Coming off again into the setback are presently 4 steps, concrete steps, block steps, and they all exceed code. One of them is almost 10 inches tall. They're very, very difficult to get up, and I'm here basically because of a safety hazard with the steps as they're configured right now. The walkway as you approach from Alden Court there's one step and then there's just bumpy concrete stuff, which I would like to smooth out so that it's not a hazard. Then you approach the step. The bottom step is particularly tall, but you go up the 4 steps, and the last step actually ends at the storm door. So I have to stand on the bottom step to open the door into my face. So I'm reaching up from the bottom step because presently there's absolutely no landing, not anything there to step on. Bordering the steps, or sort of on the side of the steps, are those old block walls that used to be built with these kinds of steps. So there is no place to stand to get into the house. And I learned, really early in January, when it was windy and rainy one night, that it is possible to fall backwards off of that configuration if you're trying to open the front door from the bottom step. So what I'm requesting is the ability to build a small landing, just something to stand on when I open my door, and then to make all of the steps to code, I need one more step in order to make them all to code width-wise and height-wise. So I would also like to even out the walkway and then just clad the front of the steps with a little bit of stone to make it look nice. And effectively, I would be coming 2.5 feet more into the setback area to allow for that small landing and the one additional step. So I think that's it from me. My general contractor, Will Spielman, is here if you have any technical questions that I can't answer. But again, it's a safety issue. The home itself is just a cutie, but this one issue, it caused a problem for me. I don't want it to cause a problem or an accident for a visitor. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions? Go ahead.
Good evening. How are you, Mrs. DeLillo?
Thank you. Good.
Question there. It looks like from the plans there that you open the door and you basically are on the first step of the stairs.
Correct.
Yes, so you're saying there's no landing whatsoever. You land on the first step.
Correct.
Now you said something about the size of the steps too. Are they all different sizes?
There are several different sizes. One of them, the rise is close to 10 inches. Mm-hmm. Another one, it's 9+, and they're very narrow. They're not code steps.
Okay. And you're going to flatten out the walkway too, so there's a smooth surface, a flat surface to walk to the sidewalk from there?
Yes, please.
All right. And basically there's nowhere to stand to open the door.
No.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Mr. Soto.
Ma'am, code for a landing in front of a door is 3 feet. You're having 2.5 feet, so I think you're going to be a little short on this variance. I'm totally in favor of it. You do need to have equal rises. Maximum you can go is 8 1/4, and your step can only be 10. Minimum they can be 10 1/4. So but you got to have a 3-foot landing. That's code. So I think you need another 6 inches on this variance. Can we add 6 inches to this? Okay, so we'll give you another 6 inches if we approve it. That way you can, when you go to get your building permit, they'll want to see a 3-foot landing.
Okay, thank you.
Questions? Thank you. Anyone else speaking in favor of this application? Anyone else speaking in favor? Anyone opposed to this application? Anyone opposed? If there are no further questions, this hearing is closed. Thank you. Motion, Mr. Soto?
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it from 9.2 feet to 8.7 feet. Okay. All right, so I move to approve the request to vary section 4.1.4 front yard projection to 8.7 feet, where 16 feet permitted for new front stairs, survey by R-plane, revised 3/24/2025, and also to include a 3-foot landing at the top of the stairs.
Second.
Discussion?
I'm perfectly fine with this. I think it sounds like the stairs are awful right now. I can't see this as nothing but an improvement.
Yeah, Yeah, I have no problem. When you have rises that are off, that's a very bad safety issue.
Thank you.
I'm glad Bill also too pointed out the landing, and so she's got the right size landing as well, so the project can be completed. Good luck with it.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be a lot safer with what she's proposing.
Great, let's move to a vote. Mr. Wolf?
With the motion.
Mr. Soto?
With the motion.
Mr. King?
With the motion?
Mr. Einig?
With the motion.
And I'm with the motion. Motion passes. Thank you, ma'am. Next agenda item.
"119 Melba Street, MBP 9/587/43, R5 zone, 48 Lynch Street, LLC/J Dawes, owner. Vary section 4.1.4, north projection to 0.3 where 8 permitted. West projection to 3.4 where 16 permitted to construct an electric meter platform. Survey by D. Lindquist, February 2nd, 2025.
Thank you, Mr. King. Please state your name and address for the record.
Good evening, James Dawes. I'm currently the owner at 119 Melba Street in Milford. My residence is 156 Jefferson Street in Stratford. I just want to make one correction. The correct owner is 48 Kent Street LLC. I think that just got mixed up maybe when they transferred it over.
I do see on the application name of property owner as 48 Kent Street LLC / James Dawes?
Yes.
Okay.
I think there was a different
Is
name.
that clarification enough? Mr. Harris?
Yes, that's fine.
Thank you. You may proceed. Thank you.
Okay, we're just looking to simply per UI guidelines, we had to raise the meter to meet the FEMA requirements for the flood zone. That was completed, and UI is requesting a workstation, small platform within 5 feet height that they can work on when they come out, as opposed to bring out the boom trucks. Apparently it's a newer guideline that they're requiring towards whenever you raise the meters. So.
Thank you. So you're essentially seeking to assist UI's request to make their duties to your property and to the municipality easier.
Correct.
All right. Any questions? Go ahead.
Good evening, Mr. Dawes. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great, thank you. This is on the Melba Street side of the house?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
I have a question. Yes,
Go ahead.
good evening. Have you considered relocating the electrical box to any other corner of the property?
We thought about that. It's based upon I want to say it's the western side is a driveway that abuts the property. On the eastern side, it would be a little bit difficult to move within the structure. We simply took the meter box where it was, and our electrician raised it up basically vertically by about 5 to 6 feet to bring it FEMA compliant. That's where the line comes in off the street as well, from across Melba.
I'm concerned that that will block the view of the westbound side when they're coming out of the driveway. That's going to be awful close to Melba Street, and as it is, the house is very tight to the street. And when that neighbor tries to come out of their driveway, they're going to have further blockage to see around that corner too.
It is the minimal by code. It's a 30-inch by 30-inch platform with 5 24-inch wide risers per the building department requirements. That's the smallest we're able to go in order to suffice what UI is requiring.
But looking at the property, so I guess that's the eastbound side, I see grass listed there. Could it have been in that section or between the property? I guess that's the eastbound side, left of the left side of the property, left of the front door. It says grass as well, right in there. Because it'll be further set back from the street, and that's a more quieter street and safer.
The left side is an overhang, and there wasn't enough room. Initially, we wanted to put it on the back side, but there wasn't enough room there. The survey reads that it kind of scales down if you look at the back side that faces the water. there wasn't enough there to fit what they required. We would have been over the property line, and I think there's some existing structure there from the neighbor's garage with a fence and some Belgian block there that we wouldn't have been able to fit it in there per their requirements.
Jeff, can I say this? The UI tells you, I'm a licensed electrical contractor, UI tells you where to put the meter box.
Okay.
You have no choice in that. You can't argue that. They tell you where to put it, and then the steps have to go under the meter box.
Okay.
That's
Thank
a
you.
utility requirement.
I know the steps, I just wasn't sure that, I didn't know that the electrical company tells you where to put it.
Oh, yeah, they do.
So he's stuck with,
You get a
he's stuck with
service,
that spot.
you get a service location, and they tell you where to put the meter box. It all depends on where the pole is and how far the drop can go, and they take several things into consideration.
Thank you.
Mr. Dawes, I do have a question. If you can pull up, Mr. Harris, the rendering, the sketch of the proposed platform. Maybe the photo right below it. Or if you want to minimize that so we can see both. There we go. So Mr. Dawes, as the property stands now, and mind you, we can't make any independent research, so we don't have a photograph of how it looks presently. Are those stairs currently there?
No.
So this entire structure will be built?
Correct.
So right now it's just a flat facing?
Correct.
Okay.
Carmina, they make you put this in just to plug the meter in.
No,
It's
I
ridiculous.
understand.
The UI started this years ago, and it's ridiculous.
Thank you.
Was
Any other-
I have a question. Was the meter recently relocated, or was it always in the position it's in?
It was relocated up.
Up. Thank
Yes.
Up only though.
Correct.
Up
Correct.
only.
Yes, it was just moved. It was moved about 5.5 feet.
Yeah, it was moved
up.
out of the flood zone.
Any other questions? Thank you. Although the room is empty, I do have to ask if there's anyone speaking in favor of this application. Anyone else speaking in favor of this application? Anyone opposed to this application? Anyone opposed to this application? If there are no more questions, then this hearing is closed. And I don't see any letters in support or opposition to this in our materials. Is that right? All right. Can I have a motion, please?
119 Melba Street, I move to approve the request to vary section 4.1.4 north projection to 0.3 feet where 8 feet permitted, west projection to 3.4 feet where 16 feet permitted, to construct an electric meter platform, survey by D. Lindquist, 2/2/25.
Second.
Discussion?
Yeah, I'd like to say that this seems like a tremendous amount of work to reach an electric meter, and seems like way too much to be put on a homeowner. I don't like the fact that you have to do this, sir.
We
Thank
tried
you.
complaining about them when they made us do it, but you can't win with the utility companies.
I've seen an event where they had to remove a meter, and they're not going to put a lift on, they're going to have to access it.
Well, let my complaint be noted.
Thank you. If there's no more discussion, we'll move to a vote. Mr. Wolf?
I'm with the motion.
Mr. Soda?
With the motion.
With the motion, sir.
Mr. Einig?
I'm opposed.
And I'm with the motion. And again, echo the board's disfavoring your having to do this and pay for this out of your pocket to comply with a regulatory request. But we do wish you good luck and thank you for coming to this board. The motion passes.
Thank you.
Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, any new business? Nope. Any old business? Staff updates? We're just flying right through. Acceptance of minutes from the April 8th hearing. Has everyone?
So
reviewed
moved.
them? Is there a second? Do we need a second on that?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, the minutes are approved. And the last agenda item is acceptance of applications for the June 10th hearing. Do we have any applications?
We have the extension on 3rd Street, and there is one more that's been received already.
Very good. Thank you. Well, thank you, everyone, for allowing me to assist Chairwoman Ferrante tonight, and
Great job.
for a relatively quick meeting this evening, and have a great evening. We'll see you next month. Thank you.